Matthew 11, verse 1 to 19. John's questions. When Jesus had finished giving instructions to his 12 disciples, he went on from there to teach and preach in their cities. Now while in prison, John heard about the works of Christ, and he sent word by his disciples and said to him, "Are you the coming one, or are we to look for someone else?" Jesus answered and said to them, "Go and report to John what you hear and see. Those who are blind receive sight, and those who limp walk. Those with leprosy are cleansed, and those who are deaf hear. The dead are raised, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. And blessed is any person who does not take offense at me." Jesus' tribute to John. As these disciples of John were going away, Jesus began speaking to the crowds about John. "What did you go out to the wilderness to see? A reed shaken by the wind? But what did you go out to see? A man dressed in soft clothing? Those who wear soft clothing are in kings' palaces. But what did you go out to see? A prophet? Yes, I tell you, and the one who is more than a prophet. This is the one about whom it is written, 'Behold, I am sending my messenger ahead of you, who will prepare your way before you.' Truly I say to you, among those born of woman there has not arisen anyone greater than John the Baptist. Yet the one who is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he." And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven has been treated violently, and violent men take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you are willing to accept it, John himself is Elisha who was to come. And the one who has ears to hear, let him hear. But to what shall I compare this generation? It is like children sitting in the marketplaces, who call out to the other children, and say, "We played the flute for you, and you did not dance. We sang a song of mourning, and you did not mourn." For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say, "He has a demon." The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, "Behold, a gluttonous man and a heavy drinker, a friend of tax collectors and sinners." And yet wisdom is vindicated by her deeds. Now please take a moment to make a summary for what you've just read. Your summary can be something like, John the Baptist asked if Jesus was the coming one. Jesus answered John's doubts with a report of his work. Jesus then talked about how John is the one prophesied about in preparing the way for the Messiah. Now here's your comprehension question. And blank is anyone who does not take offense at me. Is it A, cursed, or B, blessed? If you answer B, blessed, then you give yourself a high five. Yes, good. The answer is B, and blessed is anyone who does not take offense at me. Verse 6. Now ponder this. Why do you think John the Baptist started to question if Jesus was the coming one after he heard about the works of Jesus? When do you doubt? How do you handle doubts?